Amazon delivery service partners are hiring full-time delivery drivers to meet growing customer demand. Receive compensation of at least $20 per hour at select stations, plus benefits, and a sign-on bonus of $1,000 from participating DSPs if you apply now. No delivery experience required. Must be 21 years or older. Terms apply. Apply today at amazon.com/driver. That's amazon.com/driver.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
This is 321 The Pod.
What's going on? Welcome to 321 The Pod. I am Chris Donovan, and the other guy is Eric Lucky. What's up, Eric?
Hey, man, that's me. I'm also known as the other guy.
Yeah, the other guy. 3 stories, 2 idiots. Actually, Eric takes both of those titles home with him every day.
Actually, today you're going to do 3 stories, and I'm the 2 idiots.
He is, and I'm the one game. Oh, that was a beer opening because it's Saturday. We're recording Saturday during college football, and I'm watching Michigan get beat right now by Illinois, and I am gonna keep going on with the podcast and stop talking about it.
And I was watching TCU, which is one of the closer universities to where I'm at currently. So we kind of been rooting for
Turner
TCU.
Classic University. That's
right. Hey, you know, Monique and I love those old classic college football games.
Dude, you should start a college. Turner Classic University.
Turner Classic. Maybe we could get them to pay for
reel
it.
to reel and everything. Like you learn all the retro stuff.
Yeah,
that would totally go over.
I don't think it would.
That's like teaching people how to hammer things.
Nowadays, I don't think anyone wants to launch a TV network. Like that seems to be like a way to just blow all the money.
Wait, I just launched one right now.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, it's that easy right now. All you need is a website and some bandwidth. That's all you need.
That's all I need.
All right, 3 stories, 2 idiots, 1 game. The game we'll get to at the very end, but right now we're going to get into this.
Story 1.
That was great production.
That was great production. Chris, I got a really funny story. Just one that made me chuckle. And so there's some people rob banks, right? Like you rob a bank because you think you get a lot of money, or you could do like they did in Pulp Fiction, rob a restaurant because they're not a cafe because they're not as prepared for it and they wouldn't know what to do. I love you, honey bunny. I love you too. Yeah, and then okay.
He's
so
awesome.
this is Manassas, which is
Bless you.
Yeah, thank you. I don't really know where this is, but Manassas just sounds like a New England area city. I don't know that area.
Talking, I'll look it up.
Okay.
Virginia.
Oh,
Virginia.
Man. How would you pronounce that?
Manasses, vagina.
Right? Manasses. That's exactly.
You were
when I look at it, that's all I see. That's all I see is Manasses. Eric, where'd you move
this
to?
Was a joke. This was somebody down your bloodline way back in the day playing a joke over.
Hey, what do we name our town? I
vagina.
believe it's Manasses, and it's in the state of Virginia. All right, so a man in Manassas Park was arrested after he walked into a Pizza Hut.
Oh, they have those where you can walk into those now.
Yeah, they have the. I know, right? When was the last time you saw like a Pizza Hut you can go eat at? But no, so he took out a knife, threatened to rob the place, and then while he was robbing the place, he thought it was a good time to just bake himself a pizza. It says the investigation revealed a man walked into the store past the service counter and towards the kitchen area. While in the kitchen, the man retrieved the food items from the freezer and began cooking them by lifting up his shirt and revealing a knife to an employee, basically telling him don't move. The man then took the unpaid food items and left the building. And
he works for them. They were different property. He totally used to work for them.
You think so? Like that's why
he knew what he was doing. Yeah.
Okay.
Went to the walk-in.
So he walks in. I'm going to rob you. By the way, I might as well take a pizza to go. I think that's kind of clever. I think I really like this guy. And I was going to ask you, have you ever been in like a situation where you just did an employee's job for them?
I'll
give you an example. Del Taco in Southern California. It was a lunch rush. And this lady, like my bag of food was just sitting there and I could see it was my number. And she was so busy. and there was like 8 bags of food that needed to be handed out. They all had numbers. She wasn't calling them out. She was just overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And I just said, oh my God, screw this. And I went behind the counter and I grabbed my food, and then I started calling out the numbers, number 50, number whatever. And they're looking at me like, what the hell are you doing? And I started handing out I'm like, I'm going to help you clear out this line. So I was literally calling out numbers and handing out the bags of food. And then I went back around the counter, and then then the manager came and asked me to leave. And I was like, buddy, I was just your best employee for like 4 minutes, right? Like I helped clear up that line.
Helping me.
Yeah, exactly. So I also selfishly just wanted my damn food, but I thought I'd help when I was there. But have you ever done a situation like that where you just kind of helped yourself?
Yes, I've worked in many restaurants as a server, as a manager, as whatever. So when I go to a restaurant and I walk in and there's nobody sitting down except for like 2 tables, and I see like 3 servers, and they go, oh, it's going to be about a 35-minute wait. And I'm like, well, that table's empty right now. Oh, we don't have the staff. I'm like, no, they're actually standing right over there. So you just hand me the menus. I'll go sit down and you go grab one of those guys to take care of me. I've done that before. Also, we're just going to put these tables together. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. We're just going to do it anyway.
Yeah. Where you do it anyways.
You're not going to know what's going on. You're you're cute.
I've even gone at a sit down restaurant and gone up to get like the water pitcher, you know, where they like refill your water glass, but like the lady hasn't come by in like 25 minutes. And I'm like, I just walk over to that little staging area and I get the water pitcher and I come back and I pour water for everyone. And I mean, I do that because I'm just an impatient guy. But
I've done it a couple times, or not a couple times. I've done it once where it's bit me in the ass. And I'll recommend you not doing this, except in your profession, you might be able to get away with it. Never step behind the bar and try to pour yourself a drink.
Ooh, yeah, that would actually go really south.
It didn't go over well. Granted, I did work at the place, which was probably a good comfort zone for me. But the manager still was like, you're hammered. You're still not supposed to do that.
Well, and here's the other thing I really appreciate about this story. I think it's the perfect cover. So let's say you rob your Pizza Hut, you get whatever you have. And you're right. It probably was an employee who knew at a certain time there was certain cash around and what have you. Yep. So, and by the way, I know it's not the most complicated machine in the world, but under the pressure of being in an environment like that, the average person who didn't work there wouldn't know how to operate this, you know, like to make their own stuff and put it together and make a pizza. So you're right. This guy probably worked there, but here's why it's a perfect cover. He robs a place. He leaves with his pizza. When the cops are like speeding down the street looking for the guy, are you going to stop and handcuff the guy who's like walking home with a pizza? No, you're like, well, obviously that guy didn't rob anything. He has a pizza, because you would never think that a robber would have a pizza with him.
My question is, and now I've never been to Manassas, Virginia.
I hear you go to Manassas every Saturday night after your wife goes to sleep.
No, that's not the website. But no, I've never been there, but I can't imagine how long the cops took to get there for him to actually cook an entire pizza. Wouldn't you just take a pizza that's already pre-made?
Good idea. Good point. And did it start that Domino's pizza tracker? You know, like where it's
30 minutes or less, or you get arrested. You can cook a pizza in 30 minutes or less, or you'll go to jail.
Yeah, I like that.
That is, I mean, that's my biggest thing is like, how did he take long enough to make a pizza before the cops showed up?
And how confident did he feel? Like, because when you're robbing something, or you're doing something like that, you want to get the hell out of there, right? Like you're not trying to stick around.
No,
but he was obviously like, not only am I hungry, but I feel like I got a good 12 minutes to put this baby together and get out of here. Like he knew that there's not many cops in Manassas.
Apparently, but also I'm looking at some of the report that you sent over, and they sent a K9 unit and a helicopter. Now that's probably a little bit overkill for someone that robbed a pizza place. I think they wanted the pizza.
And the robbing they're
going to rob the robber.
That was just all fake. He really just wanted the pizza.
No, the cops put all this PBR, APB out on this guy, and they just put out like, get the dog out there to smell the pizza, get the helicopter to get it back here while it's still warm.
Do you think someone walking through town that day who like just got his like vegetarian or Hawaiian style pizza and walking home?
You mean someone by like Steve because of Manassas?
Well, exactly, but got like tackled by the police. Like, there he is, the guy with the pizza. And he just gets tackled. He's like, oh no. Anyways,
all right. Imagine? That'd be amazing.
That would be the end of story 1.
All right, well then let's do this.
Story 2.
Okay, I got news. I got news in different area. No, that's not how it works.
Codes.
Yeah, no, actually, that's actually quite accurate. I am moving to Washington State myself, me, without my children, without my family, without anyone.
Wow, that's official and it's happening, huh?
It is. It's happening. So the breakdown, I don't want to get into it too much because not many people know about this, but I did accept the job to be the spokesperson for a medical company out of Kennewick, Washington.
The spokesperson for a medical company. Now, what you haven't told people is that the medical company is people who get artificial penis attachments added because Chris, as a survivor of the no penis syndrome, which he's dealt with for years, he's had to wear a strap-on mechanical device to be able to perform.
Maybe.
And as someone who uses the product, I think it's just natural that you become the face of erectile dysfunction and penis no penis syndrome.
Well, I've tried very hard
NPS.
to emulate the guy from the Man's Hair Club, where he's not only the president, he's also a member.
Client. Yeah, exactly.
But no, that's not any of it. Please, all that stuff he said is not real.
True. Okay, that's
not true.
No,
I am a spokesperson, but I'm also growing their multimedia division in a sense. They don't have a creative director. I mean, they have a creative director, but they don't have like somebody that does video and audio and editing and all that stuff. So I'm doing everything. They put a lot of money into their studio. I went and did an audition a few weeks ago when I was up in Washington elk hunting, and apparently I was good enough for it. And
now, is this in Western Washington, Eastern Washington? Where is it?
Southeastern Washington. So if you're looking at the state of Washington, because it's basically a square,
I believe it's pronounced Washington.
Sorry. Take it, like cut it in half both ways. In the eastern southern corner is where I live. It's hot in the summer, it's cold in the winter. There's a few trees. It's the most boring part of the state, so I picked a really good spot. But it is close, very, very close to my family. By close, I mean I'm sleeping in the trailer in the driveway. So I do get to spend more time with my family. I do get to be a spokesperson for a medical company, which is great. And I do get to grow this company's business with them. So I'm excited for all those opportunities. However, I'm going to cry nightly after I hang up the phone with my children.
Yeah, that's gotta be a tough one, man. I mean, that's obviously a big decision to do that. And my question is, you put so much time into Southern California and you have done amazing things. If anyone who knows Chris knows, he's a super motivated guy, gets a lot of shit done. Oof. And I mean, you've done acting and game shows, and your son is doing acting, and you meet celebrities, and you go to Gabriel Iglesias's dog's quinceañera, and you do things like that. And I don't think anyone's gonna go to Pomeroy, Washington, or Almada, or Mentor, or Colton, Washington. I'm now reading just from a Google Maps because I don't know the area at all.
Kennewick, Washington, the Tri-Cities. I grew up a lot of my younger life in Benton City, Washington. So it's close to that, but I'm not living there anymore because that's a single wide.
Okay,
probably gone.
So, but are you going to miss kind of this connection that you've made with the movie and TV and radio industry in the number 2/number 1 market in the United States?
Yes, but with the amount of effort that this company's putting behind their studio and what they want to do with this stuff, I foresee that helping this position for me to be able to grow it faster. Like I'm connected online with a bunch of people that are going to see these videos that are going to be super professional. There's going to be podcasts that are in these awesome studios. They're going to be like, oh, so what's he doing? And they're going to we're going to talk, and who knows what's going to happen from it. But I know that the quality is going to be there where people are going to be like, oh yeah, no, he should have taken it.
It's a real bummer you couldn't have done that remotely, especially nowadays with the ability to do things remotely. But you never know what the future holds though. With everything. Something
everybody keeps bringing up now, it could be a possibility down the road. I don't know. I am a genius. No bragging. Just kidding. But no, I know how to manipulate audio and video, and I know how to do these things. I've been doing them for so long. So there might be a way down the road, but at the beginning they want someone in house because they're really, really trying to grow this and blow it out of the water, which I think they picked the right person. So
I think, yeah. And dude, you'll do a great job, no matter what it is. And it's kind of a shock, man. I know returning home's kind of bittersweet too. It's nice to go back, but tough to be away from your immediate family there. But dude, I wish you the best of luck with it, man. I mean, it's kind of a bummer. It's a hell of a lot easier for me to visit you when you're living in Southern California than it is for me to fly up to Walla Walla, Washington.
Close, but well, that's actually very close to my property. So yeah, that's pretty much where you go.
Touche, or Loden, or how about Wallua Junction, Chris? Do you hang out? Do all the cool kids hang out on the riverside at Wallua Junction? Or of course they do go up and go to the mall that's at Two Rivers, right? I mean, that's kind of like where the rebels hang out, like the motorcycle gangs.
No, they hang out where there's not cities.
No. Now, what about going to the Costco wholesale warehouse on the corner of North Center Parkway and Gage Boulevard? Do you think that that's a place that you will shop? You can also go across the street to the Olive Garden.
You're hilarious, because that Costco was built in 2000. I opened it with my catering from my restaurant hotel that I was working at. We fed 3,000 people pancakes for 2 mornings straight.
Wow, that's a lot of pancakes.
Hell, it sucked, but it's a big Costco and it's very nice. So yeah, that was
when I come and visit you.
Now I know things.
When I come and visit you, will I be staying at the Hilton Garden Inn in the Tri-Cities Kennewick area, right by the traffic circle? You know, just on North Young Street and Grand Ridge Boulevard, where that big traffic circle is.
Or should I stay at the how many traffic circles are in Kennewick and the Tri-Cities?
Now, do the people there, are they smart enough to know how to use traffic circles? I mean, are they familiar with how to do it? I also see that there's a museum there. You told me long ago that people in this area don't know how to spell. So how would they be able to get into a museum? Are you going to, when you get rich and you're living out there and you're like living the high life, are you going to live with all the other rich people on Bateman Island in the middle of the Columbia River?
I've been on that island.
Do you go hunting? I mean, do you like go hunting for snodgrass, womp rats in the Delta, which is, in case you don't know where the Delta is, Chris, it's where 240 kind of just comes together just west of Bateman Island and the 182, in case you didn't know.
Well, I know I-82. They don't say 182, they say I-82.
I-82.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
and
do you hang out with the other Mexicans at the Badger Mountain Community Park and have like a grill on and like hit piñatas on a Saturday?
You're getting closer. No, there's no trees. We can't hit piñatas.
Damn it.
Right. I told you.
That's the end of that bit called I read out weird places near Kennewick, Washington. No, super like I'm super happy for you, man, and excited about the future, and also super sad at the same time. But wish you the best of luck. And I know it's going to be tough doing the back and forth thing. But
yes, it's going to be hard because I do love my children, unlike most parents. They are amazing creatures.
He even loves other people's children. Have you talked about that? You're not allowed to talk about that because of the court order.
Statute of limitations.
Yes. Okay. That's right.
But yeah, I'm excited. There's a whole bunch of ups and downs in my brain, because if it was anywhere else in the world, I wouldn't go, because obviously I have no family or something there. So I'd be by myself, and that would be just dumb, so I'm going somewhere I have family and friends and support and people I haven't seen in a long time. So after the first few months of seeing everyone again, and I realized that I don't necessarily, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I mean,
everybody and everything, it's going to be nice, because obviously people like you and other people that are from down here might come up and visit me, which would be cool.
Well, I just don't want you to get depressed and jump off and kill yourself off of Ed Hendler Bridge, which it goes right over the Columbia River. And it's kind of like where the Snake River meets the Columbia River, and it's called Ed Hendler Bridge. So I don't want you to jump off of that. Okay.
I won't. And that's probably where the Yakima comes into. That's why they call it, Tri-Cities for 3 cities, but also the Columbia River Gorge, where the Yakima, Snake River, and Columbia River meet, which means if it's warm enough, I'll be fishing with my dad.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I know.
Do you do that in West Pasco, or do you go all the way to Martindale so that you can go off the Snake River?
No.
Do you go to the Shell station that's over in Martindale? It seems like it's the only place to gas up for a while.
Hey, Eric.
Yeah.
Story 3.
Okay, guy, if we have to get to story 3, I could have talked hot southern eastern Washington talk for another hour and 45 minutes, but I guess we'll get on to our next story. This story is about people who just can't get along at family functions, which if you're Italian like I am, which has a lot of big people, a lot of people coming to family functions, or you're like
What?
Chris's family, there's
Half
sometimes
Italian, mostly Irish, so we're always drunk.
yeah, there you go, right? So there's always some confrontations when families get together, but in this case, this headline describes 8 relatives are jailed after a wedding turned into a bloodbath involving 50 guests who were fighting.
50.
50. Oh my goodness. So I love the opening line of this article. It says the Stokes family is going to have a much quieter Christmas this year because 8 of them are now in prison. Which, by the way, all of these look like guys who want to fight. Like when you see the pictures, all of them look like the guy in high school and college who
They all look like the same person.
And you can imagine that all of these guys' wives are probably so thankful they're gone.
Oh, none of them are married. You know what I look like? I feel like I'm looking at a picture of like 8 of them, like it's a grid together. I feel like I'm picking an avatar in a video game. They all look the same with different hair.
That's a good point. It says they were given jail terms after a wedding turned into a bloodbath between 50 guests that were fighting. There was chairs being thrown, tables, and glassware being thrown at one another, and used coat stands and fire extinguishers as weapons.
Hold on. Pause.
Yes.
Was this at the point where they said, "Speak now or forever hold your peace"?
Oh, that's a good point. Oh, you know what? That's a good point.
I love her. No, I love her.
Do they? Yeah, they don't exactly point out at what point in the ceremony, or was this during the reception when it's like time for the dollar dance and they're all fighting? I don't know.
Right? No, I gave her 100. No, go back in there and get it, dude. I can't afford to give her 100.
It says in total they caused an equivalent of dollars, about $20,000 to $25,000 worth of damage to the hotel, where 150 people were celebrating. So 150 people were celebrating. 50 got into a knockdown, drag-out fight. 1/3 of your party guests got into a brawl. Like this isn't 2 people fighting at a party, like 2 uncles that had a little too much to drink and they get into a fist fight or a shoving match.
Uncle or something. Yeah.
50 people. That's 10 families of 5 got into a fight.
Was there a big soccer game or something going on while this was happening that maybe
no, but these guys definitely look like soccer hooligans. So it says security footage showed them throwing items across the room and overturning
Is there footage?
That they haven't released it.
Shit.
They were unable to deal with the mayhem when police arrived, so they called for an armed response to help out. In the end, 30 police cars arrived at the scene to carry out the mass arrest.
30?
Because think about it, 2 people can fit into a car at a time, and they had 50 people fighting. They had to have, I guess they could have taken the paddy wagon.
Oh my God, I'm looking at the sentencing and the ages. Are you going to read this?
Yeah. You read, the sentencing and the ages. Okay. Edward Stokes, 28, was jailed for 27 months. Terry Stokes, 21 months. Another person at 25, John Stokes, 16 months. By the way, all of these have the same last name, which means this isn't the bride's family warring with the groom's family. This is like the groom's family fighting amongst each other, which warrant, because everyone on here is Stokes, right? And they all got between 18 and 27 months in jail, except for Edward Stokes was given a 16-week prison sentence, which is serious. But
yeah,
so this is all the same family. So I want to know, this is obviously the husband's, the groom's family. This tells me that like what was the Weiss family thinking? They're just watching
the bloodline. So you got Edward Stokes and Edward Stokes Jr., which I'm guessing because he's a 50-year-old and a 21-year-old. So you got the dad and the son. So those 2 are on one side, right? Then you've got John Stephen Stokes and John Stokes, which have to be his son and father too.
Correct.
So those 2 are fighting. And then you've got Terry and Thomas Stokes.
Those are obviously brothers because one's 36 and one's 40.
Yeah. And then you got Stephen and Brian Stokes, who are both 25, which cousins, brothers.
Yeah, could totally be twins or brothers or something like that.
Something.
Yeah, totally. So this was one side of the family that got into a fight and this isn't like just, a few things got tipped over. I mean,
not Stoke.
And by the way, causing $25,000 worth of damage, that's a pretty decent amount of damage to cause if it's a fist fight, right? Like,
no,
that's
it's
more
not.
than
All they did is knock over the wedding cake.
No, yeah, no, but I mean, you at that point you're busting through drywall, you're knocking down chandeliers, like you're having to
If
do
I
some
read
serious
this
damage
correctly, there was somebody using a fire extinguisher as a weapon.
as a weapon. Now, were they swinging the fire extinguisher or spraying it in someone's face?
Oh my God, I don't know. But look at these people. Oh yeah, they're father and son.
So have you ever been in with a lot of these family gatherings or anything like that, like a family event altercation?
Not to this degree. There was, I would say the most drastic would be my mom and her sister-in-law fighting, not like physical, but yelling at each other. And then my mom going to bed, and she locked the trailer that I was sleeping in too, so I had to sleep on the couch.
For me, it's always just been
People
not
punching you in the face.
No, not fisticuffs, more just like people saying really mean things to each other, right? Like really hurtful things. So not
Yeah.
really any like physical altercation, but this is just serious. That's a really big
This is gnarly. This reminds me of that fight at that Walmart in Arizona that happened about 10 years ago. It was a family. They fought the cops and everything. They were living out of the Suburban. There was like 8 of them living in a Suburban, and they went into Costco and they were messing with employees. They kind of got outside, and then the cops started tasing them, and they were told and taught to hit when you get tased, roll, and it'll untase you and you get back up. And the fight goes on for like 15, 20 minutes. A cop ends up getting shot. One of the guys actually ends up getting shot and killed. Jesus. But only 2 shots fired. Like, it's, if you've never seen this video, Google it. Arizona
I'll have to look
Walmart.
up that video. Yeah,
it's 12 minutes of chaos, and you're like, how? How? Seriously. So, all right, ready?
All right, I'm
we
ready.
We got to do a game. I don't have a big thing for it, but this is called. Let me clear my throat. No Washington.
No Washington.
Not NOKNOW.
I thought it was like a protest. Like, no Washington. No Washington. No.
No.
Okay.
No. KNOW.
No Washington.
All right,
Understand Washington.
Yeah. Know the facts about a state that you don't know.
I don't know. Go for it.
All right. Best out of 5. 3 makes the win. First question. These will be multiple choice.
Oh, thank God.
First question to be easy. What is the capital city of Washington State? Now, please don't look these up.
No, I won't. Olympia.
Well, I didn't even give you multiple choice.
Oh, I knew that one though. Like, I'm super smart.
Shit. I guess it could be a really, really easy one. All right. So then, all right. When looking at the population of Washington State, I'm trying to find my notes right while I talk to you out loud. That's called killing time. The population of Washington State in 2001 is
2001. Okay, give it to me.
Is 9.2 million.
Okay.
6.4 million. 8.1 million. Or 7.7 million.
Wow. I would say that's got to be the 6 point whatever million. I think no,
it's 7.7 million people live in Washington.
Now, 7.7 million. I bet you 60% of that population lives within 50 miles of Seattle and Tacoma.
Oh, 100%. But we're not at that question yet. So calm the F down.
Now, I'm going to calm down and go visit the casino that's on the Yakima Indian Reservation.
Oh, my God. You said Yakima wrong, you moron.
I'm sorry. I'm more of a fan of the city just south of that, Toppin Fish.
Toppinish. Now I'm saying it wrong because you said it stupid. I don't even know how to say it now because you said some top of fish. You're a jackass.
Next question.
All right. Next question. The top 10 non-English spoken languages in Washington.
Ooh, okay.
Now I'm going to give you a chance to guess the top 2.
English.
That doesn't count because I said top 10 non-English.
Oh, you did, huh?
Jackass.
I didn't pay attention to rules. I don't need your rules. Top 10. Okay. I know just from being up there and doing business up there that there's a pretty decent amount of Japanese people. So I'm going to say Japanese makes the
Wrong.
Chinese.
Really? You went Japanese? Where the hell do you live? Where have you grown up at?
Chinese.
Okay, that's number 2, but still, you got the first one wrong.
Dirty knees. Look at these.
Oh, no, that's a joke. Okay, so you have one more guess to get the number 1.
Mexican. Spanish.
Oh.
Wait, that's not a language. Spanish.
There you go. But actually, it's probably more Mexican because Spanish came from Spain, and we speak English here, but it's more American. You know what I mean? So, all right. So you got 2 out of 3 so far. Shit, I got to make the next one very, very hard.
Okay.
Okay. So I had a question. Where to go? Where is it? Hold on. Okay. So, which mountain is the tallest in Washington State? Is it 1, Mount St. Helens? 2,
it used to be until half of it blew off.
2, Mount Hood? 3, Mount Baker? Or 4, Mount Rainier?
Now I know Mount Rainier is what they named the beer after because there's Mount Rainier beer. So I'm gonna go with Mount Rainier because it's the only mountain I remember that I've heard of.
Where's your bell at? I thought you had a bell.
Well, I didn't know I was right. Ready?
Now you know you're right.
Now I know I'm right.
Damn it! You got 3 out of 5. I have more.
Baby.
I'm actually just going. I had questions like in my brain, but then now I'm running through the Wikipedia and I'm failing miserably at looking up things. Okay. Oh no, I know one. Okay. So sorry. No. 7 out of 10. Okay, here we go. What is the state fruit?
You.
Apparently my phone is. Did you say you jackass?
You. That was your nickname in high school. The state
fruit. Is it the cherry?
It's the Bing cherry.
The orange, the apricot, or the apple?
Ooh, but wait, apples I know are up there too.
Or is it the potato? Is that a fruit?
No, that's a veggie, and that's Idaho, which is next door to you. By the way, is it Idaho or Idaho?
No, Idaho.
Damn it. I'm going to say it's the cherry because Washington cherries are really good. It's actually like the only cherries I like are those you get. And I want to say it's the Bing cherry. No?
Well, Washington apples.
Really?
Yep.
Damn, I really.
But also, you
by
want
the
to
way,
play
the cherries from up there, like the ones that like are only good for a few like weeks and then they go bad. Those are awesome cherries.
Oh yeah, and my you know what? My brother used to be a cherry picker, which I mean that's just what it is. Back in the day, make $100 a day, which was a lot back then.
Yeah.
All right, so you got 3 out of 5 so far. You got to get one more before we get to 7. All right, next question.
Is it what are the operating hours of the Hanford Reach National Monument Wildlife Refuge? Because I will tell you that that's open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. But on the weekends, Chris, it's open a little bit longer.
This one is not multiple choice.
Okay.
This one is just a question.
Okay.
What is the Hanford Reservation most known for?
Is that where they built parts to the atomic bomb?
God, you're a dickhead.
Dude,
oh wait, no, wait, hold on, wrong button.
Wait.
Yeah, there you go.
Wait, by the way, I you know I know like old-timey things. If you would have asked me like anything modern, I would have absolutely no clue, but I know old-timey things.
The only modern thing that happened in Washington State thus far is the fact that Kurt Cobain killed himself.
By the way, what color were Kurt Cobain's eyes?
Green.
No, blue. One blue this way and one blue that way.
Oh, ouch.
Thank you. Now, by the way, guys, if you want to come see me, I'll be at the Eltopia Soak and Suds just north of Kennewick this Friday doing my stand-up comedy routine. You'll hear other jokes like that Kurt Cobain one you just hear. And then I will also be in Ash. No, not Ash, which is just south of Charbonneau Park near the North Shore Recreational Boat Ramp.
Yeah, no, I know Charbonneau Park very well. We used to go fishing once we launched our boat there.
Now, is that when you weren't fishing down in Wallula at the Madame Dorian Memorial Park at Wallula Junction?
No, but we've been down there a lot of time. Wallula Junction's good fishing. One more question for the Eric. Largest city in Washington State.
Largest city by population.
Now, correct, but I need you to guess the population after you guess the city.
Okay. I'm actually going to say it's not Seattle. I'm going to say it's Tacoma, because when I was there, I noticed the only people in Seattle were homeless people. and Tacoma's where everyone lived and then had to forcibly drive into the city on those horrible clogged freeways that go in and out.
Okay.
So I'm actually going to say Tacoma, and you said the total population was 7. And I'm going to
billion
say
or whatever. Yeah, but what is the
3
population of that city?
Tacoma, Washington is 2.1 million. No, 1.8 million people. And I personally like to, when I'm in Tacoma, I like to stop by the Foss Waterway Seaport. And like there's a great taco place right down there called the Matador on Tacoma. And so I advise everyone to go check that out.
Seattle's the biggest city, you dumbass. I figured you would have got that right away. You stupid. You're so dumb. When you're way off by population too. It's only 737,000 people live in Seattle.
Wow,
You know
is that including up to Mount Lake Terrace and up to Linwood and Mill Creek and Bothell? That's including all of those areas?
But that would probably double if they counted the homeless.
Yeah, it would. It's like population 700,000, population with homeless 1.4 million, because it's this same amount of people. Exactly.
All right, last question just for me. Who is the quarterback that was from WSU that played for the Patriots?
Drew Brees, who has his own wine, and his wine's actually pretty decent. I've tasted the wine before.
Yeah, it's called Breeze These. Oh wait, no, that's not
Breeze These Nuts.
That's funny. Hey, were you a goblin for Halloween?
No, but I was gobbling these nuts.
There you go. There you were.
Now, are you going to shop at the Fred Meyer when you're there? Should I be getting you a Fred Meyer gift card?
You should, because Fred Meyer is where that one guy shot a worker in Richland.
Oh,
it's fun.
Was that near the Sacagawea Historical State Park, which, by the way, is temporarily closed due to COVID protocols? Should we discuss that?
That's only on their website. They're open as motherfuckers.
Chris, on next week's episode, can we talk about your visit to the beautiful downtown Burbank Tavern in Burbank? It's near the Dollar General and across the street from the post office and a Firehouse Subs. But I think we should do the podcast live from there next time.
You're going to have to come to Washington then, and we're going to do it live, because you're going to want to hang out at the Tumbleweed Cafe in Benton City, and I'm not looking at a map, you dick.
No, so I would much rather, Chris, go to the McNary National Wild Refuge and go to the wildlife viewing platform, because it gets really good reviews on Yelp.
Yeah, that's a piece of concrete in the middle of nowhere. That's all that is.
Okay, fine. We'll just do what you want to do, which is go to the Hood Park Boat Basin on December 16th, because they're having a fair. So farmers market and everything. Yeah, a farmers market and other things. So Chris, I just want to let you know that I know this area really well. I'm totally not looking at a map. I'm I know where the Lakeview Mobile Home Park is, that's on Sacagawea Park Boulevard. I mean, I know all about it. I know the area.
Do you know where the floating bridge is? What lake is it on?
Well, is it called the floating bridge? Because I think, if I remember correctly, that's on Lake Weatherford on East Lake Drive.
You had one job. One job. I laid it at Lake Washington.
Damn it. All right. All right, everybody. Well, that's it. In case you didn't realize yet, I know a lot about Washington. That's what we learned in today's episode.
And his name is Wikipedia, too. Jackass. Thanks for listening. Go to thisisfunner.com. Check out all the other online content. Look for me doing all the the new medical stuff. I will be putting the links all up on This Is Funner, and Chris_Donovan is my handle on most social media platforms.
And mine is Walla Walla Mart in Jacksboro, which is it's a small town. Even Chris probably doesn't know about it.
Last question: which Batman was born in Walla Walla?
Michael Keaton.
Nope.
Damn it.
Adam West.
He
was born and grew up in Walla Walla. There is a park there, and they're supposed to be putting up a statue, but it's still not there. How long's he been dead? They're not good at timing.
They're not good at timing. All right, everybody. Well, thank you for listening, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thank you for listening to 321 The Pod. Don't forget to subscribe, Rate and leave us a review. See you soon.
With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.